Hey everyone. Okay, I have something to address. For you personal readings, people waiting. I'm trying my best. I know I keep telling you the same thing, but if you just really only realize, okay, crazy schedule, but this is for the ones that want to know because I get often asked by people in person and over the internet. They go, "Do tarot cards really predict future events?" At first, when I started using the cards, I did not think they had predicted future events. I thought they just picked up. I didn't think they worked. At first, I didn't think they worked at all. But then I started realizing they do work, and I was like, okay, it just picks up on your energy that you have right then, but not necessarily. Because there's been future events that I predicted in my family, and I have proof of these events. For example, I won't say her name, but I had warned my a person in my I had warned a person. I ain't gonna say what relation, and I said such and such is about to happen. If you don't do such and such, don't do it. Don't do it. And I actually have proof of this on my Facebook page at Tyler's Tarot. Um, Nobody believed me. I sent it out to multiple people, warning people of this event that's going to happen. So nobody believed me. Everybody thought I was crazy. So basically, I fell asleep, woke up later that night, and I had got a message that exactly what I had said was going to happen happened. And it's not something that happens every day. So it wasn't something like, oh, you're going to buy some food at McDonald's. It wasn't nothing like that. It was literally so pinpoint, exact. This is what propelled me to do my own business because I realized that I can, and a lot of time with the personal readings, I actually get people all the time that when they get the reading, it doesn't resonate right then. And I always tell people, let it play out. And I get every week, I get confirmation. Tyler, exactly what you said played out to the T. And I didn't think that it resonated me with the time. The cards do pick up on future events. So let's say I told you in a personal reading that you have a love offer coming in, but the person has some type of baggage attached or something like that. You can easily avoid that outcome by not dealing with that person. And usually you have that person in mind. Usually you know exactly who I'm talking about. But I get a lot of people that are in denial when I'm doing these personal readings. They're in denial of their situation. And when I'm telling it to the T how I see it playing out, they don't want to believe me. Then come back to me weeks, months. Actually, I have to update my testimonials because I haven't updated them on my website in a while. I've got a bunch in the last month. But a lot of times when you get a personal reading from me, it'll give me like a prediction of what could happen. And if you go against the advice I've given you, that's not my fault. So I can tell you easily, okay, yeah, you got something coming in from someone, but there's still some type of craziness attached to them. You can take that and run with it, or you can avoid that from happening. So, do the tarot cards pick up future events? Yes, and I think it's foolish for any person that does tarot, not saying anybody on here, I'm just saying, to think that the cards do not pick up on future events, because yes, they do. I have proof of it. I've seen them predict things. I've seen them predict who's going to message me next on Facebook or the text messages. Like, I always know when something's about to happen, and people are freaked out about it. How do you know that? Because I ask my cards. There's no way that these things do not pick up on future events. They do, and that's why I consider them a really great tool to have. But nothing comes to me by surprise anymore. I usually know throughout, because I always keep a book and I write down what my cards have predicted, and it always comes true. Not necessarily to the exact T, but I always get like a little. The stuff that happens, it's just so weird. For example, I used to work in this place, and I remember one day I used to pull daily cards for myself. Daily cards. I would pull one card, shuffle them, pull one card before I go to work. And one time I had a speeding ticket to pay that day, and the cards, I pulled two cards that day. I got the Page of Swords reversed and the which is like smart ass communication, and the Four of Pentacles. And so that was kind of like the card's way of saying, hey, you're going to be called greedy, or someone's going to say something smart about someone being greedy. That's how I interpret those cards. So I went to work, and I was like, why would anybody call me greedy, or why would I be holding on to my money? Well, later that day, I had to tell my boss, I was like, okay, I got to leave early because I have to go and try to get this ticket, talk this ticket down to a lower price. And he says, I'll just pay the ticket, you greedy ass. And see, they do predict future events. And when I see these blogs about tarot, they only pick up on what's going on currently. Not necessarily, because I've predicted plenty of things. I have personal clients that say that it happened. So basically, this is my video saying I can't do any more videos as of right now today, because I'm going to be working on personals and Skype calls. But basically, the answer to answer the question, do tarot cards predict future events? Yes, they do, and I think it's foolish for anyone to say that they don't, because yes, they do. I'll give you one more example. I don't have a love life, right? Okay. So I was caught off guard, and I said this in the Aries video one time, that I kept getting the Ace of Cups and the something else, the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. And I'm like, okay, I don't have anybody that loves me anyways. You know, so I was like kind of confused. And I said this in the Aries video, that I kept getting the Page of Cups or Ace of Cups and the Lovers and all that months ago. And I thought, that's just not right. It kept saying someone was going to offer me love, and it was from my past, because the Six of Cups. Fast forward about 2 or 3, 4 or 5, like 4 or 5 days later, literally in my inbox comes this message that says, I'm still in love with you. And I'm not going to go into that, but a person that loved me way back then came forward 6, 7 years later and just admitted that, you know, basically that they love me. So do tarot cards predict future events? Yes, they do. Because the odds of me getting a love proposal is slim to none, because I don't have a love life, never have. I'm 28 years old, never had a love life. So there's no way that tarot cards don't predict future events. Have a good one.